We made it. We made it to the postseason. Ladies, gentlemen, we are here. The Baltimore Ravens are set to face division rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers, on Saturday. Hendo, good evening. How are you?
I'm well, and yourself.
I'm doing well. Thank you. We are here to preview this upcoming game. For those of you who have already joined in the chat, thank you. We see you. We appreciate you being here. Listen, we have a tough game. And I know some people might say, what do you mean that we have a tough game? Have you seen the Pittsburgh Steelers recently? I have. I've heard about them. I haven't watched their games, every single one, but I've caught glimpses of highlights. But it's a division rival. And anytime we go and face a division rival, I never just automatically say, oh, we got this one in a bag. It's no big deal. It doesn't matter, right? So that's how I'm going into this game, cautiously optimistic. I do believe the Ravens can win, but let's dissect this game. Hendo, starting with coaching, right? Because these are two teams who know each other very well,
Yes.
play each other twice every single year.
Yes.
And it always seems like Mike Tomlin has just a slight advantage over John Harbaugh. What do you want to see from John Harbaugh this game?
I want to see him go outside himself. I want him to learn from his past mistakes, learn how we've lost previous playoff games over the last 6 seasons, and do better. Now I'm a little cautiously optimistic because as of late he has been doing better. He hasn't been throwing the challenge flag or burning unnecessary timeouts. Conversely, the last 4 games, Mike Tomlin has had horrible clock management. He's made some decisions that may have helped cost his team some wins, cost his team the division. Now, all of it's not on him, but it just seems like we're in bizarre world. John Harbaugh is the one that's actually coaching well for the most part. I mean, he does have Lamar Jackson to mask a lot of his mistakes, but I do think that, and I do hope that he has learned because I can't do this again. I can't go into another season where I believe that the Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl and we fall short. So hoping for the best.
Okay, that's a loaded question. And as we go through tonight's show, leave your comments in the chat. Let us know what you think. What are some things that you're looking for from John Harbaugh? And I agree with you. As of late, John Harbaugh has been doing a much better job. But one thing that I want to see is our team coming out prepared. That means discipline. That to me starts with the head coach. And by discipline, I mean limit the penalties. That's something that should be addressed from John Harbaugh all the way down to his coaching staff to say the team that makes the least amount of mistakes, especially when the stakes are this high, is the one who's most likely going to win. So that's what I'm looking for. How well prepared are we? Do we look disheveled early on? And then do we try to figure out things, do we sputter and try and put something together and cobble together a successful comeback story? No, that's not what I want to see. But to me, that starts with John Harbaugh. Let's move over to Todd Monken, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been very impressed with him, namely this season. And one thing that I'm appreciative is that he does take accountability in his pressers. And he's spoken several times about learning from his mistakes that he made in the AFC Championship last game. What do you want to see from Todd Monken this game?
I want to see Todd Monken man up. Yes. Find his huevos and just man up. Go outside of John Harbaugh and John Harbaugh's offense and call the games like he knows how to call them. I think that a lot of the turnaround for the offense came when he decided, listen, I'm going to go for broke. I'm going to call my offense the way that I need it to be called and stop listening to what Harbaugh has to say. If he has any input at all, I don't really know. But if he does, just call the game the way that it's supposed to be called. Run Derrick Henry. Run Derrick Henry some more. sprinkle in some Lamar Jackson, let him dice up the field, but we have to run the ball. That has been the failures of this team for the last 6 years in the playoffs. We have not run the ball. Even the year that Lamar missed when Tyler Huntley was the quarterback, we could have beat the Cincinnati Bengals, but we decided on second and goal, we want to do a quarterback sneak from the 3-yard line. So, and that wasn't on Todd Monken, but just coming in knowing last year, listen, I didn't run my running backs. I didn't trust the running backs that we had in-house. Now we have Derrick Henry. Utilize it. I mean, even if sometimes you got to throw some screens to him, go send him out on a couple of short passes, like you have to utilize him. We don't know what the status is with Justice Hill. Yes, he has been practicing. He's been cleared for the game, but you don't know when that one hit might take him out. So we don't want to be kind of one-dimensional with our offensive formation. So if he comes out and does what he needs to do, this shouldn't be a problem. But like you said, it is a divisional matchup, and we do know each other very, very well. Mike Tomlin knows that we are an analytical team, and certain things that we do based on analytics makes us pretty predictable. So he needs to mix things up, but still keep things the same, if you understand what I'm saying. Like run the ball, maybe use different formations, different guys, because we don't have Zay Flowers. So now we have to compensate for our biggest weapon in the wide receiver room not being there. So now you have to kind of do some other things to kind of keep the Steelers on their toes, because their defense is one of the better defenses in the league. Now, they haven't been in the latter half of the season where they've been giving up, I believe, 28 points per game. And, that's just the way that it is. But going into a divisional matchup, we need to beat the Steelers. They haven't won since 2016. And if this team, with Lamar Jackson playing the way that he's playing, Derrick Henry running the way that he's running, if we lose this game, which I know that we will not, some heads are going to roll.
Oh, big time heads will need to roll. So that's a great segue into, well, I'll put a pin in that for right now. I was going to ask about Lamar. But before we go to get to Lamar, let's talk about Zach Orr and the defense. And we'll talk more about individual players in just a bit, but what do you want to see from a coaching perspective from Zach Orr? First year defensive coordinator going up against the big boys, and, not the big dance, but really taking it to the next level in terms of how he manages the defense. What do you want to see?
I just want him to continue his ascension. Early on, he had his struggles, just like Mike McDonald did his first season, but he kind of got things together. And I think a lot of that coincided with sort of some personnel changes, him learning what worked and what didn't work. I just need him to, once again, stick with what works outside of leaving Brandon Stevens on an island. That doesn't work. It hasn't worked all season. Like, that has not worked. And if you are a smart offensive coach for the other team, you're going to pick on him, because I can't remember the slot corner for the Steelers. His name may be Beanie something or whatever. We pick on him because we know he's one of the weaker links of their secondary. So we continuously pick on him. If they know what's good for them, they'll pick on Stevens. But Zach Orr needs to know how to make in-game adjustments and not let the moment get too big for him. He's been a player in the NFL. He's been on this team, and he's seen us fail time and time again. But he has gotten things together. Since week 11, the Ravens have had, I think, the number one defense across the board in every statistical measure. So just continue to do what you're doing and utilize your players. Don't limit Kyle Hamilton.
Thank you so much. 86 Ghost has become a member of the channel. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. If there are going to be quite a few comments I see coming in, I'm trying to put them all on the screen. If I don't get to your comment and you want us to, there's a quick and efficient way to do it. In my channel, as well as Hendo's, there is a super chat button down below that you can click on, support the channel, support the work that we're doing on our respective channels, and you will skip to the front of the line because your super chat will take priority. Also on Hendo's channel, there is a pinned link that takes you directly to his stream elements. So just wanted to make sure that we put that out there early. So if you have questions for us and you want your question to be heard, just to make sure I don't miss it, that's the way to do it. And hey there, Kamal. Yeah, we had to be on the same time. Look, my show, and Hendo is so gracious enough to join me. My show has always been Thursdays at 7, but I wanted to make sure that Hendo was able to come onto the show tonight, so we pushed it back to 7:45. But it's no problem. I say support everyone. If you're watching here now and you want to go watch Bobby Baltimore, that's fine. Just come back, watch us on replay, or hang out with us now and watch him on replay. It doesn't matter. Just support the great content creators that are out here. And I wanted to go to Big Reg's comment. Big Reg always coming through, stirring up trouble. He said Todd Monken is thinking about those interviews. He better not be. He needs to, I saw this on X. We need to take a page from the Dallas Cowboys, and they denied Mike McCarthy. They denied the request for Mike McCarthy to be interviewed. I said, that's what we need to do. Let's do that. So he better not be.
We'll never do that.
I know.
I think that is the one redeeming quality about John Harbaugh. He never tries to stunt the growth of his coordinators. If they have an opportunity, and he knows it's limited, because there are times where if you're not one of the hot commodities in the game, if you wait too long in the offseason, the jobs will get filled. But I'm not worried about Todd Monken getting a head coaching job.
I hope he doesn't. I mean, that sounded so bad. Oh my goodness, that was terrible. I just want him selfishly, I want him to stay. Of course, I don't want to ever hold someone back from growing and becoming all that they have, all that they can be. Gosh, that sounds really selfish, but I said what I said. I want him to stay. I want him to stay. All right. Thank you. 86 Ghost has also become a member of Hendo's channel. Yes. And if you would like to become members of our channel, down below, there is a link to that too. Gosh, there's a lot of links going on tonight. There is a link that you can click on that says join. It will bring up all of the tiers that you can choose from if you'd like to further support the work that we are doing. Thank you very much, 86 Ghost. I really appreciate it. Yes. And speaking of 86 Ghost, want to make sure I read his comment. My free milestone chat. My wife is a cowgirl. I thought you said you converted her and you got her over to the Ravens. She was a Ravens fan now. She's not a Cowboys fan. So I watched 2 hours of Commanders content on her channel, and I subscribed her to all of our Ravens versus YouTubes. Thank you. Shout out to 86 Ghost for and that's what you can do. I know it's beyond Christmas and the holidays, but still, 'tis the season. Hendo's birthday is Saturday, the day of the game. So this would be a great way to say happy birthday to you. Grab the link, share it with your family and friends. They have accounts. You guys have burner accounts. Send it over to them. Tell them to join. Tell them to subscribe. We do appreciate it. But let me go back and answer what I like to see. I think Tone said it. I want to see in-game adjustments. I didn't mention that with Todd Monken, but that's what I want to see from both Zach Orr and Todd Monken. Zach Orr, I want him to be aggressive. I want him to put his foot on the gas and keep it there. Don't have these men, I was going to call them, don't have our boys out there timid. They're not boys, they're young men. Don't have them out there timid. Don't have them tuck tail and be scared. Go out there, protect the bank, be dominant, be aggressive. Let them know, send the message that we're going to be like this aggressive force of a defense, and you can't hold us back. That's what I want to see. So, all right. Jared Green has become a member of Hendo's channel. Thank you, Jared. Thank you very much. Shout out to you, and shout out to all of our channel members. We appreciate all of you at this, who subscribe, who watch us, and do us a favor, hit the like button. Just go ahead and hit the like button for us. And we just want to tell you, thank you. But Osmond says, at this point, let DC be the DC with no interference by Harbaugh. Good point. I can't see involvement on the defense being helpful. Listen, exactly. Let's go out there and do what we're supposed to do with little to no interference from John Harbaugh. I think we'll be fine. Speaking of Lamar Jackson, we have this, we're going to start there. We have this narrative that we hear often. Right. If you're on social media or you just keep up with mainstream media, Lamar Jackson's a great quarterback in the regular season. Mm-hmm. He can get the job done. He's your guy, right? But don't take him with you to the postseason because, he's going to buckle. He's going to fold. He just can't, win in the postseason. He doesn't play well in the postseason. So what does Lamar need to do in this game to show you that narrative that's said about him is no longer?
I need him to be regular season Lamar. Just point blank period. I need him to do what he does during the regular season come postseason. It is truly unexplainable the difference that you get from Lamar Jackson in regular season to the postseason. The regular season, I think he has like a 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, turnover ratio.
Yep.
In the postseason, it's 1-to-1.
Oh my goodness. You guys are showing out tonight and we appreciate you. Suge Knight, thank you, Suge, for sending the donation, $1.69. Let me skip to the front of the line. Suge, I don't see a comment, but if you would like to leave a comment, because Suge is our resident Pittsburgh Steelers / part-time Ravens fan, if you want to leave us a comment, Suge, go ahead, feel free. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for your support.
He texted me to comment.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
He said, don't tell him, but I secretly want the Ravens to win.
Don't tell anybody. Okay, Suge. I hear you. I hear you. Thank you. I appreciate you, Suge. You know why? Because you tell it how it is. We have a superstar in our midst, and I just want to take 2.5 to say hello. Shout out to Engraven Vids. Just reached over 80,000 subscribers. Whoa, I can't even imagine what 80,000 people, like what that is, you know? But congratulations to you. Definitely the GOAT of Ravens content is here. Thank you for being here, Engraven, and keep going, because next stop for you, 100K. You got to get that plaque. And we're going to be cheering you on. Yes, that's it. That's the one. Yes.
We need one in our fan base. And I'm not understanding. And I think this is, and I don't mean to go off on a tangent, but this is the one thing that ticks me off. We have guys outside of the Ravens community getting fans and subscribers off of our content, off of our team, but we don't get that same support within. I don't understand it. It's kind of weird to me.
You know what? It's a dawn of a new day. It's a new beginning. And I believe that with this run, this historic run, as our guy said earlier, where is he? He said it earlier. Where is my guy? Go Man said, we're about to go on a historic run. I think it's going to change. I'm going to speak that positivity into the atmosphere. It's going to change. I know sometimes it's like, gosh, our own fan base, we really don't see a whole lot of, support as like some of the other teams, but that's okay. I'm telling you, when Lamar Jackson wows the world, it's going to be a difference. And thank you, Engraven. I don't know that I turned off super chats. I don't know how.
You messed it up.
I did. I probably did. If I messed it up, I don't. Once Hendo starts talking, I'll try and look on my phone, figure out.
I'll start talking now. I'm sorry. Because I looked at stream elements, and Suge did leave a comment. It said, a great way to celebrate Hendo's birthday is to watch the Ravens get put out this weekend and then have all the Ravens content creators making every excuse with mad faces on camera. Also, happy birthday to my brother Hendo, who is turning 26. Much love. Yes, I am.
Suge, I was with you up until that last sentence, my guy. I was there with you. I was there. Yes. So now now that I have gotten sufficiently distracted, I want to go, because Go Man, you guys know I have my notes, right? Go Man, you right here in my notes. But okay, we're going to get to the defense.
So easily distracted.
I know, it's bad. It's bad. Listen, don't get me off. Where's my bunny? But we were talking about Lamar. He just needs, according to you, Hendo, he just needs to play Lamar Jackson ball. Like, be who he is. Don't do anything different than what he normally does. Do you think that will be enough against a very tough defensive front for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Most definitely. I mean, look at what he's done all season long. 41 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 915 yards rushing by himself, 5,000 yards of total offense, 45 touchdowns by himself. And just the threat of Lamar opens up so many things for other people. So if he just is himself and plays without a lot of pressure, because I think, once you start getting that narrative of, oh, he can't win in the playoffs, he starts pressing. And I think he even said during the press conference himself that, I'm a little too antsy, I'm a little too up for these games. If he just calms down, because the game has slowed down for him in the regular season. I don't know why when it gets to the postseason, things just aren't the way that they normally are. But I think this season is going to be a lot different because Lamar is on a whole nother level with his game, with his passing. Now, some people challenge him and say that he needs to run a little bit more in the playoffs. I say he does not, because what ends up happening is during the regular season, when we looked at him not run as much, even though he had 915 yards, when he scrambled, he waited for guys to get open and he hit guys for big plays down the field. It's just that for some reason in the playoffs, those plays don't happen. So people say he needs to run more. He's not the running back. Now, I do say that there are times if nobody's open, he may need to scramble and get that first down. But I just think if he stops pressing and just lets the game come to him and be who he is, we should have no problem with beating the Pittsburgh Steelers this week. We should have no problem with dominating the Buffalo Bills. And then we get to Kansas City and it's really on.
My only thought to that, and it is a true caveat, this year we have seen an offensive line that does pretty good sometimes, and then struggles, has their challenges when the defense is really, really good. When you have an elite defense, our O-line kind of, sort of just, maybe C- level, maybe even D+, but somewhere around there. How do you think our offensive line will do? Now that we are talking about, last time we played them, there was talks from the Steelers that, we have injuries and TJ Watt is not up to par and guys are playing through injuries. Now that they are relatively healthy, how do you think that's going to impact us offensively in terms of our O-line?
I don't think anything's going to be different. We have the Kobe stopper. We have the TJ Watt stopper and Roger Rosengarten. Even the first game when we played the Steelers, when TJ Watt was healthy, Rosengarten shut him down. So I think it's going to be more on Ronnie Stanley with Highsmith. I think that is going to be more indicative of what's going to kind of represent the game. Now, of course, I don't expect Roger to go at him one-on-one the whole game. But more importantly, this is where I think Todd Monken plays a vital role. I think his play calling is going to help out this offensive line, especially if he sees them struggling early. Stop doing those long development plays and trying to have the offensive line block for 5 seconds. That's not their strength. So you get the quick, especially with Justice back. Now we can get the screen game going again. With Keaton Mitchell looking finally healthy, there's certain things that we can do to kind of slow down this pass rush. So it's going to be more for me up to the offensive coordinator to do what he needs to do schematically to kind of help this offensive line out. Like, I don't expect for them to stop these guys. Because listen, they got guys across the board, like Ogunjobi, Cam Hayward. Like, they have guys across the board. They got guys coming off the bench that can make plays. So for me, I don't expect them to stop him. But more importantly, we have Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, who makes this offensive line look a lot better than it really and truly is. So if we play our game, it's not going to be an issue.
Okay, I'm going to ask the $1 million question. Hey there, Praveen. Thanks for being here. I'm going to ask the $1 million question. Are we going to abandon the run this game? Let me just put it out there now. Leave a comment in the chat. Drop your answer. Do you think we are going to abandon the run, or let me not even say abandon. Let me use this word. Do you think we will underutilize, Derrick Henry?
No, listen. If we lose another player, if we lose in a wild card round to the Steelers and Derrick Henry gets 6 carries, John Harbaugh will not leave that stadium. I guarantee it. He will not be able to leave that stadium.
I like it. We better not. That's all I can say. I'm thinking 25 carries, carries at least, somewhere in the 25s, maybe even 30, depending on what we get from Justice. I always temper my expectations when a player comes back from their first game back from an injury, right? And it's going to be freezing cold, below freezing out there. So while I want Justice Hill to come out there and just be that burst of energy that he normally is for us, I'm telling myself he might not be. Hopefully he is, but he might not be. That leads us to Keaton Mitchell. What are we doing with him? Are we going to underutilize that burst of energy on the field on Saturday?
I mean, he'll get some plays here and there, but I think he's still reacclimating himself to physical contact. Like, he hasn't had many carries throughout the season, even though, for the most part, even though he's been healthy. But more importantly to me, I think this is a Derrick Henry game. This is an AFC North battle. It's blistering cold. Like, it's cold right now, and it's even going to be colder inside the stadium. So to me, running Derrick Henry, those guys aren't going to want to tackle him in the fourth quarter. Like, constantly running into them, your bones hurt. Like, I've
Ooh,
played football in the freezing cold. Your bones ache. And this
yikes.
man is 250 pounds. So if we utilize him in the run, wear them down, I think the game will be over pretty quickly because the Steelers offense just hasn't been all that. I think over the last 4 or 5 weeks, they've averaged 17 points per game.
Yeah.
But in retrospect, the only thing that no, I'm not worried, but the only thing that is sitting in the back of my mind is every season when the Baltimore Ravens have lost a playoff game, they've scored the least amount of points that they've scored all season long.
Hmm.
That's the only thing that sits in the back of my mind. Every time we've lost, that has been the low point of the season for us.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it won't come this season. This is the year that we need to go and win the Super Bowl. Listen, Trent Dilfer was 28 years old when he won a Super Bowl. Joe Flacco was 28 years old when he won a Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson just turned 28 years old. And it's in
Yes.
New Orleans. So those are two good signs that, listen, hopefully the coaching staff has fixed whatever it is
Hmm.
in their minds that they thought was going to work time and time again that has failed repeatedly, and we're going to go do something different.
Yeah, for sure. Want to give a shout out to all of the YouTubers who are in here. We have,
Appreciate that.
yes, thank you all for being here. Jared 011 Green has an amazing channel with his brother, and a couple of other very knowledgeable gentlemen who talk Southern sports, Southern football. Go and click on these avatars. Go and subscribe to their channels. You can come back and thank me later. I see you, Big Reg, is in here. Huddle It Up Films is also another great Ravens content creator. You talk about somebody who can break down film, somebody who can talk about the draft prospects. Who do we need on this Ravens roster? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked.
I have another cornerback.
Jason from Huddle It Up Films can answer that. I've already told you, you already are subscribed to Engraven, because if you're not, like, what are you doing with your life, right? So we also have my guy, Ryan, in the building. Shout out to Ryan from the Flock Rundown. Now, he and
So
Ray Lewis, they BFFs. He and Ray Lewis BFFs. They cool like that. Go over, click on the Flock Rundown. He just reached over 5,000 subscribers. So shout out to you guys for supporting. I really
what
do
you know
appreciate
about
it.
what you know about cool like that?
You see, I told you guys, look, I can hold my own a little. No, maybe some, not too much, but I can do a little something with slang. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. But going back to what we were saying a little while ago, yeah, we better not abandon the run. That's what I'm seeing. A lot of you are saying the same things. We have the weapons, and even in Zay's absence, I'm not all that concerned. Would I like Zay to be here? Of course. He's our number one wide receiver. But he's not, and we have to get over it and move on. It's next man up. So in this game, Hendo, and everyone in the chat, let me know what position group really needs to, like, take charge of this game and go for it and, like, just be the difference maker. Is it the running backs, or do you think it's our fullbacks? we do have a fullback. I know. Listen, you
Are we
didn't have to
talking hard on record?
leave him alone. Or is it going to be our tight ends? What position group really needs to have a showing in Zay's absence to say, hey man, we're doing it for you? Who do you think?
We just talking offensively?
Yeah, offensively.
I'm gonna go with the tight end group. Listen, Rashad Bateman, I believe he's going to do his thing. I believe Rashad Bateman is going to finally cement himself in Ravens lore, playoff Ravens lore this game. But for me, I think they need to involve Isaiah Likely a little bit more. First game of the season, Isaiah Likely had 111 yards receiving, and ever since then, he's been hit or miss. I think this is the game that he should get targeted, because I don't think the Steelers have anybody that have the size nor the speed that can match up with him. Now, Mark Andrews is going to do his thing. Hopefully, Tyler Wallace can come in and get a couple catches here and there, and you just never know what you're going to get from Nelson Aguilar. So to me, it's going to be the tight end group with Isaiah Likely, and hopefully Charlie Kolar. If he's healthy and he's ready to play, he's surprisingly sneaky fast, and he's gotten open for some big chunk plays. So to me, the tight end group is going to have to compensate for not having Zay Flowers in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Hendo read my notes, even though he hasn't seen them. To me, it's the tight ends. I believe the running backs, because here's the thing. What if the Steelers, and I'm giving them way too much credit here, but what if the Steelers, and I'm coming for you, Damos. I'm coming for you. I see a comment in there. I'm coming for Damos in 2 seconds. But what if the Steelers really are able to somehow, by some strange miracle,
Right.
limit our run game to some degree, right? I'm not going to say you're going to stop it because you're just not going to do that. Like, I mean, we're going to run Derrick Henry and dare you to stop him in that freezing cold. Do you want that? I didn't think so. So if they are able to somewhat slow down the run game, I
Right.
agree, Hendo. Absolutely. This is a game for me, the tight ends. Show up, please. And to all of our pass catchers, do not drop the passes that come your way. Like,
Easier said than done.
I know it is.
It's going to be cold.
I understand that, but this is the assignment. It's not about whether it's easy, whether it's not. This is about, you said you want to make it to February. In order to get to February, you've got to play through the conditions in January. It's not going to get any easier because if Buffalo defeats the Broncos, guess where we head next week?
If.
Yeah, and that's a huge if. I'll share my opinion on that. I think that's going to be the upset of the week. Damos, thanks for being here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when the Steelers were healthy, we smacked y'all. When was that?
When they kicked off field goals.
I was going to say, how many touchdowns did you score? You won, and I will give that to you. I can't take that away from you. But when did you smack us? That's what I wanted to know. But, help me to understand, Damos. Help me.
I got a question. Correct me if I'm wrong. When the last time y'all won a playoff game? When the last time y'all played a divisional opponent in the playoffs? Did y'all win or did y'all lose? Because I think Baker Mayfield has a lot to say about that.
Hey there, Judah. Thanks for being here. Yes, thank you all for supporting. Yeah, Ryan, great content. I really appreciate the work that he does. Hey there, Lonely Therapy and Justin. If I didn't say hi, Ecamm, bonjour. Hope you're doing well. Yes, Ravens third ring. I see you. And what, Damos? Queen gonna make y'all fumble?
First of all,
wait. This
don't
is laughable.
Don't make me pull out the clip when Derrick Henry ran his last game and Patrick Queen turned around and started doing a stanky leg because he didn't want to tackle him. Don't make me pull that clip out.
This is funny. I appreciate you. If you are having a good time, do me a favor, hit the like button. And if you're not having fun, don't worry about it. Hit subscribe, come back, watch another live stream. You'll have a good time. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter. Just hit a button. But no, you didn't smack us. And Queen that's what I say, Judah. Queen is going to be a non-factor. He might do a little.
The guy that throws interceptions? Yeah.
He might
cover? Yeah.
Wait. Before we start talking about can't cover, I mean, we want to look at our own roster. We're going to move over to the defense in just a second. We're going to talk about, we're going to sweep around our own front door. But you know what? I take that back because we can cover. Did you all see the interception by Michael Pierce? Dropping into coverage? I mean, so listen, there you go. No, Tyreek Hill actually said today, Praveen, that he had some talks with the Dolphins, and after their productive conversations, he is all in, 100% committed to staying with the Dolphins. So
he lied. What happened was they said, "Listen, your dead cap hit is going to kill this team, and you ain't going nowhere." And he was like, "All right, I guess I'll stay."
Exactly.
Stop burning my jersey.
Exactly. We're going to move on to. We are going to move on to the defense. Ravens defense against this lackluster, almost non-existent offense. Against the Steelers offense. Sorry, Damos. You made me go there. I was trying to be good, but I couldn't help myself. But we know that obviously the strength of the Steelers is their defense. That is a formidable defense for the most part, sans Patrick Queen. But I move on. Their offense. This is where they have struggled. And in recent weeks, so let me pull out my notes here. In recent weeks, right? So for the offense, you guys haven't scored more than 20 points in the last 4 games. Like, that's been it. So we have a super chat coming through. Thank you. Let me skip to the front of the line. And oh, Lord, y'all been talking. I miss all these comments. See, I can't keep up. I'm going to try and get through them. Thank you from Press Start 410. He with a $1.99 super chat. If we lose this game, I want Harbaugh gone. If we lose this game, I don't even want to speak those words. Because the problem is, I'm sure Engraven will be doing the same thing. We're live streaming the game. You're going to see, we are, because it's Hendo's birthday. if we lose this game, I might have to shut that stream off. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna try and remain committed, but we're not even gonna focus on that. But you're right. Absolutely. There'd be no excuse for Harbaugh remaining here if we do not win. Thank you for the donation. That is our guy, Adrian from Press Start 410. And if you'd like to be amazing just like that, you can leave a super chat as well. And we will skip to the front of the line to make sure that your comment is read. But yeah, so the Steelers offense, this is a weakness for them. Russell Wilson, George Pickens, they don't seem like they're on the same page. Yeah, they have some playmakers on offense, but if your quarterback isn't delivering the ball to you properly, what good are you? So with that, tell me what you think about our defense, starting with our D-line, to be able to try and really get into Justin Fields, if he makes an appearance, and or Russell Wilson's head to kind of get some pressure on them and make them uncomfortable.
We need the $98 million man to step up. We need Nnamdi Madubuike to play lights out. Travis Jones has been doing everything that he can. Listen, Najee Harris, I'm not scared of Najee Harris, but he is the only running back over the last 4 years to have 1,000 yards, which is crazy to me that he's the only one. But Mr. 3.5 yards per carry, he doesn't put fear in my heart. Jaylen Warren, he's always the one that I've been leery of just because of his speed. He can just break a tackle and be a home run threat at any play. But I think our run defense is good enough that we can slow them down enough, especially being that the Steelers are one-dimensional. We don't really have to worry about Russell Wilson. He's used up his half a season. He's not playing well. He's been a turnover machine. And what kind of stands out to me is when the Steelers can't get George Pickens the ball, their offense falters. And if you get George Pickens out of the game mentally, it's over. It's a wrap. Mike Williams, cool. Calvin Austin III, cool. Freiermuth, he can do some things. But just to me, I think it all starts and ends with Russell Wilson and with this defensive line getting pressure on him.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of getting pressure to the quarterback, my guy, Odafe Oweh, that is double-digit Odafe Oweh to you. Thank you. Odafe Oweh, as well as Kyle Van Noy, I think they are key to creating that pressure, getting to the quarterback, making their night, or whoever is up, whether it's Fields or Wilson, it doesn't matter, making their evening just miserable. We have another super chat donation coming through. Thank you, GLA. Thank you for the $2 donation. It said, focus on what we all want, not what we don't want. Ooh, I like it. That's what I'm saying. That's good. Let's focus on the Ravens are winning, and we'll get into score predictions in just a bit. Let's focus on the Ravens are winning. Let's keep the spirit, the energy, the positivity going. We have some work to do. Like this is, like I said at the beginning of the stream, this is a divisional game. These are never easy. It's not going to be a cakewalk. It's going to be a slugfest. It's freezing cold. It might be some snow elements earlier that day. Who knows? But even if it doesn't snow, it's bitter cold out there. And tackling, running behind, trying to tackle Derrick Henry coming at you at full force. Do you want to make that business decision right there? So, yeah, but they're going to have to.
No, they don't have to. They can fake it. They can fake a tackle. Oh, he got me. He missed. Oh, and I see the comment in there about 3-1 versus the Ratbirds. When is the last time y'all won a playoff game? When? 2016. Since we want to go back to history, 2016. Let me tell you something that the Baltimore Ravens have never done in their history. Lost a playoff game to the Cleveland Browns. Never.
Okay, so let me tell you. So if you are here and you are unfamiliar with Hendo, he is very, very good, well-versed in history. He can tell you, I don't understand it. Between he and Brodney, I saw Brodney earlier. Shout out to Brodney from Lunch Break Hot Take. He and his brother. Make sure you click on Brodney's avatar. You got to scroll all the way to the top, or just type in Lunch Break Hot Take. Head over to their channel. Make sure you subscribe to them. Amazing content creators, because if you like football, not just Ravens, they talk Ravens, Panthers primarily, but it's just, they can cover it all. So one thing about Hendo, he's going to tell you historical facts. So if you want to engage in that type of dialogue, just make sure that you are ready with your statistics, because he Has them memorized for some strange reason. But yeah,
Been living his life.
we have yet another. I'm coming back to your comment, Tone Smoke, but we have another super chat. Thank you. Thank you so much, Adrian from Press Start 410. $2 donation said Steelers fans living in the ancient past. Well, guess what? Today is a new day, a dawning of a new era. And Mara, you're just not going to get it done. I'm just here. Spoiler alert. You're not going to win. That's it. So just, yeah, please make sure you come back.
Make sure you come back, please. My brother's a Steelers fan. And I know for a fact his favorite channel is the History Channel. Like most Pittsburgh Steelers fan, History Channel. I love Mike Tomlin and I respect him as a coach.
Yeah.
But his playoff record in his last 8 games is like 1-8 or something like that. Like he hasn't been doing well in the playoffs. So let's not talk about records against one another. Yes, early in the 2000s, mid 2000s, y'all beat us. Y'all did. But what have y'all done since then?
What have you done the last 4 games? I said 20 points earlier. I misspoke.
17.
It's 17. It is 17. You haven't scored more than 17 points. And remember, the NFL is about what have you done for me lately? What have you done for me recently? Right?
Lost the division.
So
lost it.
There was another comment that said Pickens is scary. He is. Pickens is, I think he had 900 yards, this season. Could have easily gone over 1,000, but, just your quarterback, it matters. Don't tell me your quarterback doesn't, because it certainly does. But nevertheless, Pickens is an amazing player. Now, his attitude and his disposition, demeanor, that's a whole nother topic. But in terms of his play, of course. But that's where our secondary, our line, this is where our secondary really has to step up. And we've seen an improvement in our defense, especially our secondary, since we made some changes in personnel midway through the season. We benched Marcus Williams, we cut Eddie Jackson, we inserted our Darius Washington, and we've been doing much, much better. But we'll talk about the secondary in just a bit. Linebackers. Who needs to have themselves a game on Saturday, Hendo?
Roquan Smith. And Roquan is going to get his 10 tackles. He's going to give his pregame speech. Hopefully he abides by his words this year, because against the Kansas City Chiefs, he talked that big Willie noise and he ain't show up. But I need him to just do his job. Stop trying to compensate for the guys around him, do what he's supposed to do, because him guarding the middle of the field is going to be paramount. Him taking on Pat Freiermuth, because Russell Wilson and Freiermuth have this connection. And it's really good. Like, if you watch them, even when they struggle, those two have been getting it going, especially with George Pickens being out. So Roquan defending in the middle of the field, doing his assignments and not trying to worry about if Trenton Simpson's in the game or Chris Board's in the game, trying to overcompensate about what he think they should be doing. So to that, it's going to be Roquan for me.
Robert in South Florida. Look, okay. For most of you who know, if you've been watching me for a while, I'm from Florida, moved up here to the Baltimore area almost 10 years ago, 9 years ago. And so, but Florida is home for me. I talked to some of my family members and my friends this week, and they're like, oh man, it's so cold. I'm like, what's the temperature? It's in the upper 40s.
40s? What did I say? 24 degrees.
They were like, it's in the upper 40s. This morning it was in the low 40s. I said, oh gosh, that's a dream. I take my dog out in the morning and it was like, with the wind chill, 8 degrees outside. Oh, gee. But I hear you. Listen, South Florida, you got to turn on the heat because it's cold there. I get it. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Roquan does need to have a good game, but I'm gonna go with Chris Board.
Of course you are.
I am. Robert, I'm taking your guy.
Ever since he mentioned that guy, you mention him every stream. Of course you're going to mention him.
I happen to like Chris Board. I appreciate his contribution to the game. He's really helping, right? He's really helping because defending the middle of the field has been a struggle. We all thought that, the linebacker just slipped my mind, who we benched for Chris Board. Trenton Simpson. Thank you. We thought that, Trenton Simpson was going to do it. We thought Trenton Simpson was going to be able to kind of step in and fill in for where Patrick Queen left off. We do have another super chat coming through, this time from our guy, Jeff J., also a channel member. Shout out to you for the $5 donation. He said, hold up a minute. Uh-oh. Tell me what the rest is with that one. That's the introduction, so I want to know what's to follow. But
is this breaking news?
Yeah, is there some breaking news? Ladies, gentlemen, let me know. Is there some breaking news? But ever since we kind of made some changes, we've been doing better. We've been doing a bit better. Okay, there's Jeff J's comment. Had a bit of trouble. I just want to sit back and watch these two thoroughbreds run wild. We're about to watch Lamar and Henry get real, for real. Relax, Yolanda. Them boys about to go off. I hope you are right. I'm not too concerned about the game. Obviously, because it's a division game, there's a little apprehension, because these games can really swing either way and the momentum can change quickly. So there's always that in the back of my mind. But we have the better roster. We are the better team. It's just a matter of us, like you said earlier, sticking to the script, what works for us, and continuing on. So that's it. But yes, thank you, Jeff, for the donation. Thank you. Thank you. Killer Cam says, I am not relaxing. I think I'll relax. I'll take a sigh once the game is over and we come out on the other side of victory. So, yeah, but that's it. That's right, Tanja. Hey, Tanja, I see you. Let's go, Yolanda. He has always been that dude since the last time he was playing with us. Exactly. So let's go. Let's get it. We have the manpower. We do. Now that leads us to our secondary. That brings us to our secondary. I saw earlier, I can't remember who said Nate Wiggins is going to have 2 picks. That'd be nice. That'd be lovely. But let me know, Hendo, right now, or not right now, but let me know who you think needs to really kind of step up this game, show that they can do it. We have yet another donation. You guys are showing out tonight, and we definitely appreciate you. A $2 donation coming in from GLA. D. Lyman, Michael Pierce, 58, out in coverage. That was so fun. I think Hendo and I were streaming the game, and I think my face was like this. And then Hendo's like, okay. He's like, are you all right? I'm like, I don't know. Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? But yeah, that was great. But listen, I appreciate you, Michael Pierce, for that pick. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Can we get one more this game? But go ahead, Hendo.
It's the obvious weak link. He's the whole weak link on the entire defense, not just the secondary. I think Brandon Stevens needs to step up. You have a 650-pound defensive lineman getting an interception. You don't have one. Like, you still struggle with getting your head turned around and balls just whipping past you. They're going to target him, and not just in this game, throughout the entire playoffs. So he needs to be the Brandon Stevens that we saw last season when we thought that he was one of the better Ravens, and we thought that we were going to sign him long-term because he was doing his thing. I don't know what happened from last season to this season to make him be so bad. I'm going to say I have faith, but I'm going to be lying. But I'm going to say I have faith that he can turn it around, and I think that it's also going to fall on Zach Orr to kind of scheme some things up to kind of mask what he can't do. So it's got to be Brandon Stevens.
Oh, yeah, but I want to be realistic in my response, and because we have not seen it happen, we've not even seen glimpses of it. Like, oh man, he's just right. I don't. It's hard for me. I don't have buy-in. It'd be nice, and if it does happen, I'll have my pom bombs ready to cheer for him. But I just don't realistically expect it to happen because it's just not happened all year. So now miraculously he figured it out in 1 week.
Save for the playoffs.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there you go.
Take him off wide receiver 1, first and foremost. We've learned that he can't guard wide receiver 1, 2, or 3, but at least give him a fighting chance. Put him on the weakest link on their team, on their offense.
Absolutely. He does not need to cover George Pickens, at least not by himself. So who is our best corner to cover George Pickens? Leave a comment in the chat. And if you are watching this on replay, thank you. Let us know down below who you think is the best corner to cover George Pickens. It shouldn't be this difficult. Like it shouldn't be this difficult.
It's not difficult because, listen, a great receiver is going to get his catches. He's going to get his yards. It's minimizing the opportunities. I think Marlon plays him well at times. I think Nate Wiggins has had a full season under his belt, so to me, he's no longer a rookie. I don't like putting that much pressure on a young player, but if he can frustrate him enough, just enough, he's going to get him out of his game. So he's not even going to have to guard him for a full game. But to me, I mean, you got a man that's being paid $98 million. And I know a lot of people in the chat are going to say, well, he's a slot corner. No, he's a $100 million corner, which means you play where you're needed. And if you're our best cover guy, you need to cover their best wide receiver. Calvin Austin, he has glimpses, but he's not that guy. Mike Williams had his time in San Diego, LA, but he's no longer that guy. Who's the other one? Van Jefferson. He's okay, but he's not that guy. So you put a best on the best, you take him out, and then let everybody figure out the rest. But to me, Brandon Stevens does not need to be guarding George Pickens.
Yeah, and I see your comments. I'm going to get to them in just a bit. Press start 410 with yet another super chat. Thank you for the $2 donation. If the offense shows up, the D won't have to do much. You said a mouthful then, but it's a big if. And the offensive line is going to be a huge factor in how well we do and how many adjustments are going to be needed in the event the O-line they can't move blockers, they can't move the defenders off the line. They're just not holding up, whatever. It's going to be a serious, it's going to be a serious task for them.
You want a scary stat?
Not really, but go ahead.
Okay.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
All right. So yes, 100%. If the offense shows up, the D won't have to do much. Just slow them down. But, and I know this is a new dawn of a new day. I'm looking forward to great things happening. But Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. Lamar Jackson led teams, not Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson led teams in the playoffs. They averaged 13.9 points per game in every playoff game that Lamar's played. Now, if you take out the Houston Texans game last season, the offense averages 9.9 points per game.
Ooh.
It's not good.
No. And by I don't mean in a good way. That's ooh.
Ooh.
Now, we have my guy, James Hicks, here with us in the building. Thank you, James. James, I hope all is well with you and your family. Love seeing the community grow. Thank you. Greatness, Yolanda. Now, y'all stop talking bad about my Steelers. Listen, James, we've been pretty mild, I think, for the most part. In terms of our commentary. I gave props. I did. We've been pretty mild, not talking too bad about the Steelers. That's just been Hendo.
I'm offended.
Oh, why are you offended?
What have we said bad about the Steelers other than stating facts? Other than stating facts, what have we said bad?
People don't always want to hear facts, okay? When their facts are not favorable. That's a phrase that I use at work. When facts are not favorable, you try to figure a way to exclude them, okay? That's just kind of how it is.
But that's not talking bad about them. That's just stating facts. People can look these things up.
Yeah,
it's not talking bad about them. We talk about how great Mike Tomlin is and how much we respect him. We've said some things. We said George Pickens is a beast. We said Russell Wilson will give you half of a good season. Like, we've said some complimentary things about the Pittsburgh Steelers. We said Najee Harris is a nice back who's going to give you 3.5 yards per carry.
Okay. Thank you, Hendo, for the, Russell Wilson partial compliment. Yeah, I see a lot of you in the chat saying try Wiggins. And that's my thought too. Put Wiggins. But my only concern with that is I think that would be, we got to give it a try. We have to, because I just don't believe that Brandon Stevens is going to be able to do it. We have to give Nate Wiggins a try. But if this playoff intensity is just a bit too much for him, I know you said, Hendo, he's not technically a rookie. He's a rookie in terms of he's never played an NFL playoff game. He doesn't have that under his belt. And the intensity of an NFL playoff game is going to be ramped up even more than the regular season. So if we opt with Wiggins on Pickens and it doesn't work, this is where I said earlier, I need to see in-game adjustments. If it's not working and, Wiggins is getting beat or Wiggins is out there collecting DPI calls, then we're going to need to try something different. And
Yeah,
that's how I feel about it.
my thing is, I don't like putting young players in positions to potentially fail because, and I'm not talking about you guys in the chat, but Ravens fans in general, when we have young players that fail, y'all turn on them real quick. Like y'all are quick to be like, oh, see, too light in the britches. I knew it. He's not what we thought he was going to be. Fans get so down on these young players, but you have to realize they don't have a lot of experience in these type situations. And we're just throwing them into the fire where we have veteran players that should be doing their jobs. So I don't want him to go in there and lose confidence because we're going to need him going forward. If we get to play the Kansas City Chiefs, we're going to need him to kind of match up with Xavier Worthy. Yeah. If we play the Buffalo Bills, Shakir, we need him to match up with some of these faster guys. And we don't want him to lose confidence by you going out there putting him up against a complete dog. Because George Pickens will throw his weight around and try to intimidate him. So I just don't want him to be put in a position for him to fail.
Yeah.
But we got to put the best players on the best players. That's why I say, personally, we need to put Marlowe on him.
I don't want Marlon. I want to keep Marlon in the slot. I was thinking that
to guard who? That's my thing. We keep saying put Marlowe in the slot, and he's guarding wide receiver 3. Cool, you're locking down wide receiver 3, but yet still wide receiver 1 and 2 are out there getting burned. So to me, it's wasted. It's wasting assets. He's not doing any good getting Calvin Austin. Calvin Austin may get 40 yards during the game. So what?
I mean, we got to try. I don't know what the formula is. I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly what it is, but we're going to have to try.
What did you put? Did you just, I thought I saw hard on record up there or something. I don't know.
I'll get to it in a minute. See, this is what I told you. James says, I don't want to hear no facts. I need some lies.
James, y'all gonna win this game. Y'all finally gonna get that playoff victory. Y'all gonna look good in doing it. The offense is just gonna ball out. Is that enough lies for you?
Goodness, that's right. Go, man. No hate to the Steelers. You're just in our way. We appreciate y'all, Steelers. Go ahead and start your vacation early, and plan your vacation wherever you desire to go. Just go ahead and plan it effective like midnight.
First of all, they started their vacation week 14, week 13.
No more facts. Remember, James says no more facts. But
I'm talking about vacations during the cold. That's a good thing.
Yeah, Imani. Hey there. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, what I'm saying, wait, Hendo, wait. Just listen. What I'm saying is we have to be open-minded to give it a try. We have to. If we decide, no, we're not putting Wiggins on Pickens, that is a tongue twister. We're not putting Wiggins, then who else do we have? If we leave Marlon if Zach Orr decides to leave Marlon in the slot, he is the most athletic corner that we have. He is, hands down. Now, maybe Wiggins might be trying to run a close second, but he's inexperienced in comparison to Marlon. Okay, but if we leave him in the slot, who else do we have? Brandon Stevens has demonstrated he's not going to turn his head around. He's just not. It's not going to happen. So then we are left with like what Imani said. We got to try it.
Oh, okay. So would you rather, per se, Stevens be in the slot and give up 4 catches for 50 yards, or go up against Pickens and give up 3 catches for 120 and 2 touchdowns? Mm-hmm. Which would you rather have?
Okay.
But also, like they said, you have to have some safety help over the top. Like you have to protect your weakest link and devise a plan to kind of make the game simpler for him. But my biggest thing is if you see him struggling against wide receiver ones each and every week, do something different. And this is the problem that I've had with the Ravens coaching staff, not just Zach Orr, is that we keep doing the same thing over and over and we expect different results. Yeah. This is not the year to play around. And I know that a lot of Ravens fans are taking the Pittsburgh Steelers lightly because their offense is struggling and we just beat them. But at any given Sunday, a team can beat you. If they exploit your weaknesses, all we need is a turnover on offense and them to exploit Brandon Stevens the rest of the game, and we could lose by a field goal. So to me, they need to try or utilize something different. And hopefully this is something they may have been practicing. Now, Tre'Davious White, I mean, you can say Tre'Davious locked down George Pickens, or you can say Russell Wilson locked down George Pickens. I'm just saying. Either way,
Yeah.
you can try it, but for me, we need to find something that's going to work consistently. This is
Right.
not just a one game thing. This is not just a George Pickens thing, because we have tough wide receivers coming up. We're going to have a tough wide receiver coming up if we play Buffalo, if we play Denver. We're going to have tough wide receivers if we play the Chiefs. We're going to have tough wide receivers if we play the Lions or the Vikings or the Eagles. So this is, to me, is not a one game thing. Hello.
Hi there, Equip Institute. Florence, thank you for being here. Make sure you click on Florence's avatar. She is going to help you get organized and increase your productivity and your workflow this year. If you struggle with that, she's just the one to help you. Make sure.
So what you're saying is we need to send Brandon Stevens her way.
We're going to send Brandon Stevens over to Equip Institute so she can help him to better manage his time effectively so that he can do a better job at covering. Look who is in the building. Why?
Why?
Why? Hi, why? Thank you for being here. Time for the Pittsburgh Steelers to lose again. Well, wait, now you have changed your tune. Why? But I appreciate it. I like the song you're singing today.
I have a question. Why are you talking again? Because you darn sure didn't come back after that loss.
I changed his words on purpose.
No. I'm asking him, why is he commenting? Because after that loss, he disappeared, nowhere to be found. Before it was, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna talk, I'm gonna let y'all know that I'm here, and then he disappeared after that loss. So we're probably not gonna see you Saturday night. We're probably not gonna see you Sunday. We may not ever see you again after this beat down. No,
that's why I appreciate why I changed his words. Time for the Pittsburgh Steelers to lose again. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Why did you call us frauds?
Wait, why?
Look, I have two questions. Who had a division lead and lost 4 straight games? Which team? Wasn't the Ravens. So who really are the frauds? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Yes. Why? He said we're frauds. Wait. You're betting your entire football life. Well, I don't know of a channel that I can send you to make better decisions, but I don't know that I don't think that's wise. But we're going to move on because we got a couple more topics and we are going to get out of here. Why? You're just in time. But before we get to score prediction and who's going to win, special teams. This game really could be decided on one field goal. Hopefully it's not. And we'll talk about score predictions in a minute. But we know playing a division rival, it can happen. How confident are you in Justin Tucker? If the game is on the line, don't like to put him in that situation. How confident are you in him?
I'm fairly confident. I mean, I don't doubt him. No, I'm not doubting him. What I am doubting is the weather. Is it going to be windy? It's going to be so cold that the ball is going to be a brick. So that could affect his kicking, his footing. So it may not even be on Justin Tucker. That's why we need to make sure that this is not even a field goal game. More importantly, when it comes to special teams, we need to talk about Jordan Sprout, because that guy just can't seem to kick when there's pressure on him. Like when it comes time to punt, when the pressure's on, we get 10, 15-yard punts. This man is a 4th-round pick. So from now on, he's Jordan Sprout and not Jordan Stout, because he needs to sprout a game.
All right. Let me know in the chat, how comfortable or confident are you in Justin Tucker? You can, on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being, I am extremely comfortable. I know he can do it. No doubt in my mind. 1 being, oh gosh, I don't have any faith. What number do you go with, Hendo?
I think I'm an 8.
Yeah. Ever since the bye, and he admitted that he was in kind of like a slump, ever since the bye, after the Eagles game, the last 4 games of the season, he's been 100%. And I'm hoping and I'm praying and I'm believing that we're going to continue to see that. And I'm going to go with, if I had to give a number, 10 being I'm super confident in Justin, 1 being I don't believe him at all. I'm giving him a 9. I'm going to give him a 9. Yeah, I'm going to give him a 9 just because he's shown, hey, all eyes were on me. I did what I needed to do. I went into the lab and I handled my business. So,
So
ooh,
some sixes.
6. Ooh, the Charm City Dawn, that's not a good feeling, but I hear you.
Facts.
I hear you because again, these games are oftentimes a lot closer than we would like them to be, except this last game. It wasn't, but
First of all, this is new Lamar. We're not going to even need Justin Tucker. This is new Lamar. I'm not worried
yeah.
at all.
All right. Yeah, press start 410 says, I believe in JT, but it's a 9 instead of the usual 10. Okay, yeah, I'm with you. It's a 9. Devin, welcome back. Good to see you. She says, I believe in Tuck. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Hopefully, she said, laughing my butt off, an 8. That's it. I give him a 9. But now the fun part. This is where Y can really show us the truth. This is where Y can really show us the truth. Y can weigh in. Score prediction. Why? Score predictions. Who is winning this game? And what is your score prediction? Hendo.
Ravens are winning, and they're going to win 41-10.
Ooh, 41-10?
Lamar is on a mission. He has something to prove.
I understand, and I want to believe that. 41. Okay, I can't, dissuade someone from their opinion, and I won't try. Hey, Abdi, thanks for being here. Kenyatta, hey there. Ooh, kill Ecamm, 6.5. Okay, all right. So that just means some of us are here and some of us are kind of in the middle, still got some concerns about Justin. So that means we cannot put Justin Tucker in that situation to where it's the game-winning field goal on the line, windy conditions. We just can't do it. So like you said, Hendo, Lamar's got to take over and be Lamar. All right. I see you, Mrs. Lovely. Thank you. Exactly. Tucker has been 100% since the bye.
You say 40 against a healthy Steelers defense. We just put up 34. And Lamar didn't even play the greatest of games. So, yeah we can put up 40.
I think we can. I'm considering, it's a division rival. And to mimic that again, right back to back in 2 weeks? It's tough. Is it doable? It sure is. With our roster, with Lamar Jackson, who is MVP3. He is. Whether he's given that award or not, listen, we're not even, because that'll be a whole nother conversation if they give it to that other quarterback over there in upstate New York. But the point I'm making is we absolutely can score 40 easily, no doubt. Will we? I don't know. I'm going to go with my score prediction. Ravens are winning. I'm going to say 28-10. 28-10. And that is in the abundance of my gracious why that I gave you all 10 points. So,
listen.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand your 28 points, but there are 2 words why the Ravens are going to score 40 points. Mr. Sierra. Turnover machine.
Oh, why? Thank you. Yes. 24-3. Go Ravens.
Pittsburgh's only going 3? Wow.
Yeah, Pittsburgh will have 3 points. I mean, okay, you get a field goal. And that's, like I said, why? We're being gracious. Yes, absolutely. Drop your score predictions in the chat. I see them coming in. Ravenville says 33-15. Okay. I can see it. I can see that. Alaskan Man, 34-13. See, you guys are reading each other's notes. I'm a former teacher now. Y'all don't look on each other's paper. 40 against a healthy Steelers defense. The Hendo's already addressed that. Yeah.
Mr. Sierra.
He told you the answer. 35-13. I see it. Press start. That's a little close. Press start. But again, Adrian, I understand this is a rival. It can be that close. I don't want it to be, but it certainly can. Yeah. I like it. 33-13. Yes. Big Woke. How you doing? I'm loving these scores for the most part. I'm not going to say it's going to be a relaxing Saturday. All right. I'm not even going to lie.
It's for me.
What I am going to say is we're going to win. But more importantly, what I want for our team, I want us to come out healthy. And I want us to dominate on all phases of football, because going into the next round, we'll build on that. We'll build on that momentum. Yes, I like these scores. All right, all right. 21-13. I can see that. I can see it. Yes. What did you say? Why? My goal in life is to be the most hated Steelers fan in the world.
Not gonna happen.
Nah.
You're too
We
nice.
love you. We love you. Why? And we like it when you come around and hang out with us. Yes, Hendo, make it a 50 pack. Why not?
Let's do it. Listen.
Why not?
Listen. 43 points. Odafe always strip sack, return for a touchdown. Bam, 50 points right there.
As long as my guy Odafe always in there. Double digits. Odafe. That's it. Yeah, exactly, Kev. We cannot let this turn ugly. Do not let them get any type of momentum. Don't let them get any type of advantage. Slow them down, stop them, figure it out, come out firing on all cylinders. And we got this. Hey there, Nigerian Nightmare. 35-17. Thank you all so much. I love it. I love it. Yes. This is really good. Well, ladies, gentlemen, we are going to say goodnight. Ooh, defense gets another pick six. Who gets the pick six, though? Black Ice.
Marlo.
I don't know why I have Kyle Hamilton. Who gets a pick? Type fast. Who gets a pick?
You're just trying to prolong.
No, I just want to know. Who gets a pick? Yeah, that's right. We're going in there, snatch the chains. That's it. All right, family. We are going to say goodnight. Let us know in the comments really quickly before we get out of here, while Hendo tells you where you can find him and what he has going on social media. Who gets the pick? Yes, that's right. Michael Pierce. That's it. Go ahead, Hendo. Where can they find you?
You can find me on the Rogue Pod, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Blue Sky. I be coming out with videos. Sometimes I come live stream. Chilling.
Absolutely. Well, that's it. Ladies, gentlemen, we will see you very soon. I like it, Tanja. That's 2. Marlo and Kyle. I'll take it. Well, ladies, gentlemen, we appreciate you all so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us. We will see you very soon. And by very soon, I mean, you might see us tomorrow. You might, I don't know.
Why?
Because why wants to talk and tell us why his team is going to come in second place. That's why.
But why?
We also had some questions. We did not have time to answer them. I have them written down. Don't ask me where. I wrote them down somewhere. They're around here somewhere. I'm going to find them. So we might be back tomorrow to answer those burning questions and do a last minute check-in before the game. Otherwise, if not, we will see you on Saturday, 8 p.m. or shortly before, to cheer our team on to go get the dub. We will see you soon, fam. Take care.
A United States Marine, dog. Ain't never no fear over here. Never.
Ooh, last one. She said 56 in mine. We were just at 50, but we got another. Okay, we'll take it.
I love it. And we will never see why again.
Oh, why? We hope you come back.
Never see him again.
We hope you come back. All right, family. You all take care. Stay safe. And always remember, even you, why?